Greetings, Keishlings. Keishan Prime here, doing my review of Seven Deadly Sins, Chapter 208. Crap, what was it called? I've done forgot. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. 208. Easy enough. Okay. Starts out, Elizabeth is facing off against our two Endura Beast transformed Monspite and Derry. That's how I'm going to pronounce it from now on. I don't know. That name's just never clicked with me yet. Anyway, but she wholeheartedly apparently wants to save them instead of actually fighting them, which seemed a little more in her character. Ludocell seems to think that she came to help fight them. That was not the case. And my nose is going to be itchy today like it is every day. Stupid nose. Well, there you go. She's like, no, I'm going to save them. And it's like, well, what right, or what makes them deserving of your salvation? She's just neutral on life. You know, it's like all life deserves forgiveness, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, he wasn't too happy about that. Well, while that's going on, Meliodas, Diane, and King finally make it there, and they're like, holy crap, she's facing off against them. And it's like, and then she starts using her powers. First it appears in her eyes, the druid symbol, or is it the goddess kind symbol? I forget what it's called. But it emanates, and then she has like 6 wings of light coming out of her back, and then a giant version of the symbol behind her, and then she's like, let there be light, and then 2 spirals, drill-like attacks with leaves, vines, kind of spiraling around it, and I kind of dubbed it, Elizabeth Drillbreak, or Giga Drillbreak. I love Gurren Lagann. But anyway, it hits both of them, and at first it seems like it might be doing something, but then they start changing further, which Meliodas explains that the darkness in them is resisting her power. And it's like, Meliodas, you gotta go help her. And it's like, no, my power would only offset hers. Which, I don't know if that'd be true or not, but whatever. But, so they're becoming more of a beast. Derriere is becoming more canine, almost like a werewolf. And Monspite is becoming, I don't know what, spider mixed with squid. And they're just like desperately trying to fight off the light drills. And then Ludocell's, he just like, screw all of this, I'm going to just kill them now. And with all our powers, I'm talking about the 4 archangels, which, when are we going to meet the 4th one? I almost thought it was Elizabeth in this one. And also she brings up the thing of, and I didn't quite get it when I was reading it, but it was her asking for forgiveness, not Meliodas. And I had forgotten that they had killed a lot of the demons and stuff with that whole living bait plan. So, stupid me. A few weeks and you forget everything. Oh well. Anyway. But, So yeah, she was the one asking for forgiveness. And Ludocel's like, you're never going to get it. And she's like, I don't have to ask for forgiveness or beg for it. And then she kind of proves it with her actions of trying to save them. Assuming that's what it was supposed to mean. But, then, by this point, Shar-El and Tarmel have been ordered to get up, and they've fully healed. And Ludocel's like, okay, we're just going to combine our powers and kill them once and for all. It'll put us closer to our goal of what we wanted, to eradicate the demons, and it'll be a step closer to ending this war. Well, they fly up into the air, they have like their own little energy spiral thing, and I think they used those before. Just like a symbol that they project in front of them. And then they started combining their power with Elizabeth. And Ludocel's like, what are you doing? And it's like, we're helping her. What did you expect us to do? And it's like, it's of our own free will, you see? So their combined powers with hers then causes the Meliodas is like, do it now! And he had already flown up at this point to protect Elizabeth from being attacked from Ludocel, because I wouldn't put it past him. But he tells Elizabeth to do it now, and then at this point the drills have kind of been connected to her giant symbol in the back. Well, now they've become projectiles, and they fire off, pushing them back, and it spears right through them. And then there's like a black tip coming out, and then it completely purges them of the Endura darkness inside of them. And they start reverting back, and kind of that distorted, where light starts to overtake you and all the details are disappearing. And then the next scene is the two of them were lying on the ground, back in their human states. And I must have just never realized it, but Derriere never had a left arm. I always thought she was like just coding it in the power of darkness, but no, it's because she had to make a replacement. Yet again, me being a stupid, but I guess it wouldn't have really been visible, so I just never know. Knowledge. But anyway, it turns out, we do find out one thing, and I forgot to mention, is that the Endura Beast apparently is a one-time transformation. I figured with their regenerative powers they could do it again, and it would only be for people who obviously could control it, because who else would use it? They'd probably just die. And, but no, apparently it's a one-time use, and you'll just keep raging until you exhaust all of your power, and then you die. Which was the plan that Meliodas figured that they would have to do, but it obviously wasn't the case. So, yay for healing powers. Anyway, then at the end of this chapter, we have a 2-page side story. Hawk wants another magic item from Merlin. He didn't specify what he wanted, and it's like, and then he finally said it, and it's like, I want a more human body. And then we get a grotesque one. I didn't like it. He basically had his normal pig head on a fat and naked human body. Didn't like that at all. Then it was like, oh, I want a sacred treasure like everyone else. And, well, he gets it in the form of a fork, which I forget what it was called originally, but it just got redubbed as Double Fork. And he was like, what power does it have? And he attacked Hauser with it. And turns out all it does is heat up food. So Hauser just kind of getting like a nice little heat massage on the lower back there. And Hawk was not happy. who knows if this will resurface. Some of these side stories could definitely become canon. Like Grimoire being turned back into an adult. So, maybe. Because, I mean, why would he go back to being a baby? But, whatever. Anyway, that's it for this. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Quiche Lings roll out.